Last week we were solving quadratic equations and we solved the first 5. So today we are going to solve the remaining 5 and this is the 6th one. Here the equation is x square minus x plus 2 equal to 0. So you can see that here a is 1, b is minus 1 and c is 2. So according to our formula for the roots or the solutions, we have this. The solutions are x equal to, so we have two solutions here, you already know, minus b, so b is minus 1, so we put minus 1 here, plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 times a times c, so a is 1 and c is 2 divided by 2a, so 2 times 1, so that gives us minus and minus will give us plus, so 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 4 times 2 is 8 divided by 2. So here you are getting minus 7 under the radical sign. So it will be square root of 7 times I. So that way the two solutions are 1 plus or minus root 7i whole divided by 2. Let's see the next one. So the next equation in the 7th one is root 2x squared plus x plus root 2 equal to 0. And the solutions are, so in this case a and c are both square root of 2 and b is equal to 1. So x equals minus b plus or minus root b square, because b is 1 minus 4 times a times c. A and c are both root 2 divided by 2a, 2 times root 2. So that way we are getting minus 1 plus or minus square root of 1 minus 4 times root 2 gives us 2 and 4 times 2 is 8. So that way we are again getting 1 minus 8 like the previous one. So this part is the same as the previous one, so square root of 7 times I, but the change is here and here. Here we have minus 1, previously we had I think 1 and the denominator is 2 root 2. So these are the two solutions, minus 1 plus or minus root 7i whole divided by 2 root 2. Let's see the next one. So in the 8th one the equation is root 3x squared minus root 2x plus 3 root 3 equals 0. So in this case a is root 3, b is minus root 2 and c is 3 root 3. So these are the solutions. X equals minus b, because b is minus root 2, so it's minus of that, plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 times a times c, 3 root 3 divided by 2a, 2 root 3. So this becomes plus root 2 and this becomes 2 minus this calculation you have to do a little carefully. Root 3 times root 3 gives us 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. So that's how we get 36. And we have 2 root 3 in the denominator. And then 2 minus 36 of course is minus 34. And square root of minus 1 gives us I, and we are left with root 34 beside that. So that way we get these two roots or two solutions, root 2 plus or minus square root of 34 times I whole divided by 2 root 3. Let's see the next one. So this is the next one, 9th one. In this equation a and b are both 1 and c is 1 divided by root 2. So the solutions are this, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 times a times c divided by 2a. So this is minus 1 and plus or minus square root of 1 minus, if you divide 4 by square root of 2, you get 2 root 2, that divided by 2. Now note that 2 root 2 is greater than 1. So we actually have a negative real number under the radical sign. So when we change its sign, with that we also get a minus 1, and that minus 1 under radical sign becomes I. So that way we get these two solutions, minus 1 plus or minus square root of 2 root 2 minus 1. So this radical sign is only over 2 root 2 minus 1. I is outside, whole divided by 2. So these are the two solutions. And then there is one more. And this last one, the 10th one, is this. In this case a and c are both 1 and b is 1 divided by root 2. So accordingly these are the solutions, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 times a times c. A and c are both 1 divided by 2a. So squaring this gives us 1 over 2 and minus 4. So what you can do in the next step is you can write this as the ratio 1 minus 8 divided by 2. And then over the entire ratio you have the square root, which you can split in two parts. Two parts means like this. So that way you get square root of 1 minus 8 divided by square root of 2. And then you can write 1 root 2 here with 2 in place of this 2. And that way you are getting these two solutions, minus 1 plus or minus, and this part as before will become square root of 7 times I. So the two roots are minus 1 plus or minus square root of 7 times I whole divided by 2 root 2. And this completes this exercise set. But the chapter is still not over. We still have to go through the miscellaneous examples and miscellaneous exercises. Only after that the chapter will be over. So we will start miscellaneous examples next week. So see you next week with those things. Until then, this is me, Lucifer, from a mathematical room. Have a nice day.